Hello guys, welcome to this particular meeting today. And in this particular session, we're going to be discussing some kind of machine learning problem types. We're going to be looking at classification versus regression. That's what we're going to be talking about in today's session. So this is part of our machine learning for everyone series. And yeah, of course, we look forward to having a very insightful session today. And now, before we get started, we might want to know where the problem types fit in the machine learning workflow. All right. So whenever we talk about machine learning, where does this particular aspect of, remember what we are looking at now is trying to understand machine learning problem types. They want to know between classification versus regression, right? How models are being, that's how we label our targets. Okay. And particularly that's going to make a massive role in how the type of prediction we want to be making. So the good stuff of that explanation is that we're trying to say, okay, where does this problem fit? Because technically, for you to do a machine learning model training, it starts from data collection, where we get raw data from sources. Then we do some kind of data cleaning where missing values and errors are being handled and all of that. Then we perform exploratory data analysis where we try to understand some kind of patterns. And some of what we do here that is some kind of outliers check. It could be that we want to do some visualization or we want to run, get some kind of numerical estimates, look at relationship between one variable and the other and all of that. So these are what we do there. And then from there, we move to problem identification, where we identify supervising learning model type, kind of check out, how our model is being presented. And then we move to choosing the appropriate algorithm, right? That's kind of model selection that we're going to use. And then we build and validate our model. So now, this is what the machine learning workflow is basically, entails, and identify the correct problem type is one that's kind of critical before selecting algorithms. So this is the kind of the decision that will determine which modeling approach will work and which metrics to use. So what we are trying to say now is that when you want to start a machine learning journey, uh, what do you want to do, right? What kind of problem do you want to solve? Do you want to develop a model that's going to predict some kind of classification based, you know, insights like, oh, dog, not dog, or you want to do something that's going to predict maybe length of years or number of children, or those kind of continuous values, right? That's dependent on the type of problem you want to solve. All right. And our supervised learning uses labeled data to train models, and that can make predictions on new unseen data. So more like anytime we talk about supervised learning, we assume we already have insights about what the labeled data means, what the observations are, the targets and the features. And each observation in the data set contains two components: features, which is the input variables used for prediction, and then targets, which is the outcome we want to predict. Okay. So what the model does is that it's going to learn the relationship between the features and the targets during the training, then apply this knowledge to make predictions on new data. There are two types of supervised learning problem type. And the first one we have is regression, where we predict some kind of continuous numerical variables. So it could be something like infectious rate, or maybe recovery time, hospital stay duration. One of the things you need to understand is that all of these are numbers, they are numerical, kind of continuous values. But then we have what we call the classification based, supervised learning model problem, where we are trying to predict categories of classes, resistant or non-resistant, infected or not infected, or disease types. Okay, this could be multi classes. All right. But what you need to understand here now is that we are predicting what? Cat classifications. So the fundamental difference between these, problem types lies in the nature of the target variable. Do you understand? So it depends on what is going to be your target. That is how it's going to determine how type of metrics you're going to use for your data. So for regression problems, I would just want to stress more on that. Regression models predict continuous numerical variables, right? So quantities that can, take any kind of value within range. Like we talked about predicted infectious rates. When you're trying to estimate the percentage of population affected by a disease in a given region, that target is more like kind of continuous, right? Hospital stay duration, same, predicting disease cases. So what I want to show you now is kind of an example. If you look at the data set, I could just open this data set here. So we're going to let it load. So we have this particular Excel sheet open here. And I want to just make some kind of iteration of what I'm talking about. Now, if you look at the last column here is stroke, right? So what this column is trying to say is stroke or non-stroke. Okay, so you see some people are 0, and then some people are 1. And now let's assume, I'm just going to scroll up. Now let's assume we want to do a machine learning model with this. And the last one is presence of stroke, which is what we have here. Okay, I'll just get back there. Which is what we have here. Let's say, for example, infectious rates. Let's assume stroke is an infection in this scenario. Even if it's a non-communicable disease or whatever. Now, in this case, in that case, right, it is what? Stroke or non-stroke. And that's going to be what we called kind of a classification, right? All right. Now, but now what we're trying to say now is, when does it become a regression problem? Now, remember, this is talking about percentage of people affected with disease, predicting hospital stay, disease cases, forecasting the number of new disease cases that we might have. Now, let's look at this now. Now, let's assume we want to predict the average glucose level based on all of these parameters. Then this one automatically becomes a feature, and this is our target. In that case, it's going to be a regression classification problem because this is our what? Numbers. All right? Same can be for the age, same can be for BMI. But it can be for some of these because these ones are what? Classification. They are just classification. They are going to be 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 or so. All right? But these are what? Continuous numerical variable data types. So yeah, just like I said, example of regression problem, data set, we've got features as age, treatment duration, bacterial load, comorbidity score. Then we have our target variable, recovery time, number of days on depression. Now, this is what makes it a what? A regression problem, this. If the target variable was maybe infectious presence, yes or no, then it's no longer a regression problem. It becomes a classification problem that we're trying to solve in our prediction. All right? So why this is regression is because recovery time is a continuous numerical value. So it can range from 0 to as many days as possible. So the model predicts the exact number of days, but not a category. Okay? And for classification-based model, I think that already explains that immediately. Because here we already see that we're trying to predict categories or classes, discrete labels that represent different groups or outcomes. So it could be two possible classes. Let's say we have resistant versus susceptible, or infected versus not infected, high risk versus low risk. Or it could be kind of a multi-classification where we have 3 or more classes, disease type A, B, C, severity, and all of that. Okay, that is very, very important for us to understand. Okay, and this becomes a classification problem because we're trying to just pick out one category or class, whereas for the regression we're trying to get what? we're trying to pick out a continuous numerical value. Okay. So what are actual examples of classification problems, in antimicrobial resistance? We have, maybe we're trying to work on a partial age. These are kind of features, right? So when I mention features, this is what I'm talking about because we need to understand our data set. Everything from here to here, all of these that I highlighted are features, and this is target, what you are predicting, okay? So we've got all these as features, and then our target variable is a binary outcome that contains yes or no, or infected or not infected, or susceptible or resistant, as the case may be. So this is classification because the target is discrete category, like we said, and not a continuous value. So we want to say, okay, let's have kind of a visualization of what regression versus classification means in a table. And these are kind of the aspects, and this is regression, this is classification, because this is definitely what you're going to be doing in machine learning, okay? I'm going to say something that for the output type here, continuous numerical value, categorical, or class label, we have, for examples, we have here, it predicts infectious rate of, which is 3.5, predicts resistant or not resistant, typical models, usually linear, random forest regressor, support vector regressor. So most of what we're going to be doing here now, we're going to be using kind of regressor, all right? But here for classification, logistic regression, decision trees, random forest classifier, support vector machine, and all of that. And the evaluation metrics here is mean squared error, R squared, mean absolute error, okay? These are what we need to use to ascertain the kind of accuracy or, evaluate the performance of these models. Whereas for classification-based model, we're looking at accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score, and ROC. So some of the key takeaways I would want you to take out from this particular session is that machine learning problems are defined by target variables, okay? And that is how we define it based on how our target variable is, okay? We don't really look at the features. And the nature of the target variable will determine whether you have a regression or classification type. And also regression predicts continuous values. That's what I talked about. When we use regression when predicting quantities like rates, times, or counts that may take, any numerical value, okay? And also, I just mentioned that classification predicts categories, right? You use classification when predicting discrete labels or group membership. And then the correct problem definition guides model choice. So identify the problem type correctly. Ensure you select appropriate algorithm and evaluation metrics. So that's going to be that for this particular session. We just had a look at kind of problem types, how we use regression or classification-based models for prediction. And this is just basically what it's going to be throughout the course of your machine learning journey and deep learning, because you're going to be either making some kind of numerical that's continuous or kind of discrete, which is classification, and the latter is regression. Yeah, also that's going to be different maybe when you now come to computer vision and all of that. So I guess that was very clear. And yeah, definitely see you on the next one. We're going to talk about how to split models, and then we'll look at evaluation metrics. So thank you very much for that. Bye.